Hi viewers, welcome to Shaker's Biofactory for NEAT. Sexual reproduction in flowering plants with pollen grain structure. If you like this video, subscribe my channel, like, follow and share my videos to your students and friends to get more information on NEAT, national and state level competitive exams. In this video, I am going to explain the development and structure of pollen grain because the pollen grain is the main cell for the production of male gametes in sexual reproduction in plants. One of the branch of biology, that is pollinology, it deals with the study of plant pollen, spores and some of the microscopic planktons in both living and fossil form. One of the scientists, Parameshwaran Krishnan Kuti Nair, fondly referred as PKK Nair. He was considered as father of Indian pollinology. During pollen development, in the structure of a stamen, anther is the main site for the production of pollen grains. This pollen grain, it contains two male gametes after its maturation. The process of development of pollen grains, it can easily understand it by a process. It is called microsporogenesis. To understand the process of microsporogenesis, first we have to know some of the homogeneous diploid tissue present in the structure of pollen sac or microsporangium. Now it is called sporogenous tissue. In this sporogenous tissue, every sporogenous cell, it becomes into microspore mother cell. During microsporogenesis, the development of microspores or pollen grains, it occur from a diploid microspore mother cell by meiosis division inside the microsporangium or pollen sac. Now it is referred as microsporogenesis. During this microsporogenesis, the diploid microspore mother cell, first it undergoes meiosis 1 division. After completion of meiosis 1 division, it results in the formation of two haploid cells. These two haploid cells, again it undergoes second meiosis division. It results in the formation of four haploid cells. Now it is called pollen tetrad. The four haploid microspores or pollen grains present in tetrad or get separated to become pollen grains. It is the process called microsporogenesis. This microsporogenesis process, it completely takes place inside the microsporangium by utilizing the food substances from tapetum cell. During this microsporogenesis, the entire process, it takes place in two methods. One is called successive type, second one is called simultaneous type. In successive type, the microspore mother cell, which is a diploid in nature, now it undergoes first meiosis division. After completion of this first meiosis division, it results in the formation of two haploid cells. The nuclear division, it is followed by cytokinesis takes place. Then these two haploid cells, they undergoes second meiosis division. Now it form pollen tetrad. The main character of successive type is after completion of nuclear division, immediately cytokinesis takes place by the formation of cell wall in between daughter nucleus every time. Coming to second type, that is simultaneous type. In simultaneous type, the microspore mother cell, it undergoes first meiosis division. In this division, the nucleus, it divides into two daughter nucleus. These two daughter nucleus are again it becomes into four daughter nucleus. After completion of nuclear division only, the cytokinesis takes place by the formation of cell wall in between daughter nucleus. It is called simultaneous type. The main difference in between successive type and simultaneous type is in successive type the cell wall formation takes place from center to peripheral, that is called centrifugal. But in simultaneous type, the cell wall formation takes place from peripheral to center, that is called centripetalous manner. After completion of these meiosis division, still the microspores are attached to each other because in between these pollen grain are microspores. One of the material called callose is present. The chemical nature of this callose is beta-1,3-glucan. Due to having of this callose, the four microspores are still attached to each other. Now it is called pollen tetrad. One of the enzyme, that is callase enzyme, it is developed from tapetum cells. This callase enzyme, it can remove the callose present in between daughter cells. After removal of this callose, now the pollen grains are separated to each other from pollen tetrads. Now, after completion of this microsporogenesis, the many pollen grains are now still present inside the microsporangium or pollen sacs. Now, in the structure of pollen grain, it is the microscopic view of pollen grain and it is a diagrammatic view. The main character of pollen grain is the variety of architectures, size, shape, color and designs are present on the surface of pollen grains when these are observed under microscope. When we observe the structure of pollen grain, in the structure of pollen grain, the pollen grain having a size approximately 20 to 50 micrometers in diameter. Coming to its shapes, the pollen grains are in either round shape, oval, disc or bean in shape. Sometimes they are in elongated filamentous shape. In the structure of pollen grain, the pollen grain is surrounded by pollen wall. This pollen wall having two layers in its structure. One is called exine and another one is called intine. The exine is the outer layer of pollen wall. It is thick and present outside. The exine is composed or it is made up of a highly decay resistant chemical. It is called sporopollenin. The chemical nature of this sporopollenin is it is a bipolar molecule containing a long chain of fatty acids, phenyl propanoids, phenolics, carotenoids and xanthophylls in its structure. The sporopollenin is the most resistant organic compound. Due to having of this resistant organic compound, the pollen grain can survive even at high temperature in the presence of strong acids and alkali. Generally, every cell can easily be degraded by enzymes, but there is no enzyme to degrade pollen grain because of sporopollenin. And exine, which is present around the pollen grain, it protects the pollen grain from harsh environment conditions. Because of this sporopollenin, the small entire pollen grain can be preserved in the form of microfossils for many years. Let us discuss the structure of exine. The exine is a thick layer present outside of the pollen wall, that is outer layer. In the structure of this exine, we can observe many sublayers. In exine, exine is the outer layer of pollen wall. Intine is the inner layer of pollen wall. Again, in the structure of exine, the two sublayers are present. One is called ectexine or sexine. The lower layer is called endexine or nexine. These ectexine or sexine again having three layers. One is called the basal side. It is called foot layer. It present continuously. The foot layer it present continuously. The middle layer it is present discontinuously. It is called baculate layer or columella. The outer layer is called tectum. This tectum is the main site in exine layer for the deposition of sporopollen in various architectures designed along with pollen kit. These are the sublayers in exine. In the structure of exine, at a few locations, the sporopollen is thin. Sometimes it is not deposited. Due to absence of this sporopollen, some thin areas are formed in exine. These areas are called germopores. These germopores are the main site for the development of pollen tube during pollen germination. In dicotyledon pollen grains, generally 3 germopores are present. Such condition is called tricolpate. But in monocots, only one germpore is present. Such condition is called monocolpate. Coming to the second layer in pollen wall, it is called intine. So intine is a thin layer present below to the exine in pollen wall. It is composed of cellulose and pectin chemically. It forms a pollen tube. During pollen germination, it is came from germpore of exine. The intine, the inner side of the pollen grain, both pollen wall and cytoplasm are separated by plasma membrane. And inside every pollen grain, it contains a dense cytoplasm. In this cytoplasm, large-sized central vacuole is present so that the nucleus is kept at one side in the structure of pollen grain. Now, in the structure of cytoplasm, the cytoplasm is rich with various food substances like starch and unsaturated oils. In protoplasm, generally only one single nucleus is present at beginning. During maturation of pollen grain, 3 cells are formed in pollen grain. Now it becomes a haploid structure. Now it is called male gametophyte. Still, pollen grains are present inside the microsporangium. When these are present inside the microsporangium, now it undergoes, every pollen grain, it undergoes further development. It is called microgametogenesis. The microgametogenesis is nothing but the development of male gametophyte is nothing but haploid multicellular structure. The entire haploid multicellular male gametophyte, it is developed from pollen grain or microspore with the help of mitosis divisions. Now it is the process called microgametogenesis. During this microgametogenesis, pollen grain it acts as a first cell for male gametophyte. During the development of male gametophyte, the initiation of male gametophyte development it takes place in pollen grain structure still when it present inside the microsporangium or pollen sac. Pollen grains generally it undergoes first unequal mitosis division and form 2 cells. After completion of first division, in the structure of every pollen grain, 2 unequal cells are formed. In these unequal cells, one of the large cell. It is called vegetative cell or tube cell because these vegetative cell help in the formation of pollen tube, so that it is called tube cell. The smaller vegetative cell, it is developed inside the pollen grain. Now still it float in the cytoplasm of vegetative cell. This generative cell, generally it is a spindle shape with a dense cytoplasm having nucleus. Now it is a two-celled pollen grain. In this two-celled pollen grain, the large cell vegetative cell and small cell generative cell are present in most of the angiosperms. Nearly 60% of angiosperms, they can release their pollen grain to outside of the anther with a two-celled stage. But in remaining 40% of angiosperms, still the pollen grains are present inside the microsporangium or pollen sac. Now it undergoes second mitotic division. This second mitotic division is performed by only generative cell. After completion of second mitotic division in generative cell, it results in the formation of two male gametes. Now, these two male gametes are formed before pollen release. Such type of three-celled pollen grain with one vegetative cell and two male gametes is referred as male gametophyte. Now, after completion of this maturation, when pollen grains are matured with either two-celled stage or three-celled stage, the anther maturation takes place. Now the anther wall layers get break to release the pollen grains to outside of the anther. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, subscribe my channel, like my videos, share my videos to your students and friends to get more information.